Allen, Texas. Hey, Aaron, how are you?
Mr. Ramsey, I'm doing good. I just have a question that I want you to pick apart.
Okay.
Okay, I have a mortgage of $81,000. I think the house can go on the market for $190,000. I want to sell it at market value, and here's the catch. If you can answer, if it's legal to buy it back here in Texas, I was doing some research, and it's called a land contract, basically an owner finance.
And why would you do that?
Well, not being able to refinance due to credit viability and the income ratio, and and try to pay off debt that I have besides the mortgage.
Okay, so you're using this as a method to refinance to get a lower interest rate?
Correct.
And to get some cash out, obviously, to pay off your debts.
Right, because here in Texas, we're not allowed cash out.
Yeah. And how much debt do you have?
About $50,000.
What's it on?
Cars and like 5 or 6 credit cards, 2 cars.
How much is on the cars?
One's $20,000. The other one's almost paid off. It's about $8,000.
Okay. And so that leaves you with like $22,000 in credit cards?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay. And what's your household income?
About $90 a year.
And why? What's wrong with your credit?
Well, my credit score is like a 580.
Why?
A few years ago, we made a lot of moves, like 3 moves to different states in order to get I'm separated from the service, and in order to get reestablished, to get a job, and we had to tap into a lot of credit cards, being that we couldn't survive on unemployment for 1 month.
So you haven't paid your bills on time is why your score's low?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the answer. And do you have any outstanding bad debt?
Yes, I have some in collections.
How much?
Take care of. I have a few accounts in collections.
How much?
About $10,000.
Is that in the 22 that you mentioned?
No.
So you have $60,000 in debt instead of 50. Because you have 10 in collections.
Correct.
Okay, just making sure I get my facts right. And you're making $90K a year.
Right.
Okay. And how much is the interest rate on your home?
Currently, it's at 12.5.
Good God.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
right.
why.
Well, let me help you here for a minute then. To answer your question, no, I would not do a land contract ever. And here's the reason, very simply. The big problem with a land contract, who would be buying the house?
You're going to get mad at me. A family member.
A family member, okay. That doubles the stupid, yeah. I don't get mad at you, but it's just stupid. And so the big problem with land contract is if the family member gets in trouble with the IRS, or the family member has a car wreck and gets sued for $500 million because somebody gets killed in the car wreck accidentally, or something like that, the lien is going to be against their house because you don't own the house anymore.
Right.
When you sell the house and then you contract for deed, you don't own the deed. And so anything stupid that they do is going to be a lien against your house. You with me?
Okay.
And if they get in a mess and go bankrupt, the bankruptcy court is going to take a house that they own, which, by the way, is yours, but it's not in your name, so it's not your house. And you mix all of that with the fact that, dude, you basically have done a really poor job of paying your bills, and then you're going to pay your sister poorly, and Thanksgiving dinner is going to taste really bad. So, no, we're not going to borrow money from family, and no, we're not going to do a land contract. 2 dumb things. Now, what I would do is sell your $20,000 car if you want to try to keep this house. I might consider just selling the house.
And that was what I was thinking, too.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to sell the house, that's fine. If you want to try to keep it, I mean, if you sold the house, you could just write a check and pay off all your debts and be a renter for a little while and save up money and, rebuild your credit score over time by having paid off your bad debts and having no debt. And then you'll qualify in 2 or 3 years to be able to buy a home again with a good, strong down payment. And you'll have a good, strong down payment because you won't have any debt payments in a 12.5% mortgage and a 4% world. And so, I'm thinking I'd probably, unless there's some real compelling reason to keep this particular house, I'm probably selling it and the $20,000 car so that we can have some money and get ourselves in a rental property and pile up cash to the top of the ceiling in the spare bedroom of the rental property and then be able to buy in about 3 years and do it with style. That's probably your best move. Your next best move would be to keep the house, sell the $20,000 car, and try to fight your way through this, get your credit score back up or get it to zero by having paid off everything, and in 2 or 3 years refinance and get rid of the 12% loan if you're dying to keep this house. That's going to be a little harder to do, but that one will work as well. There's no chance while I'm breathing air, if I'm you, that I'm going to do a land contract with your sister. Multiple problems there. So you've made a series of decisions that have gotten you to this point. Don't do another one.
Okay.
That make sense to you?
It does. And it was just a shortcut.
Yeah. And usually there's no shortcut to any place that's worth going. Most things with money that are done right take too much time. If you slow down with money, you almost always win. Anytime you get in a hurry with money, you almost always lose. The Bible says, he who hastens to be rich will not go unpunished. Get rich quick doesn't work. I tried it. I went broke. I built a house of cards because I got in a hurry. And usually what happens with a house of cards is, the weird thing is that people can actually get them to stand in the first place. And then, of course, we're always just waiting for that little breeze, and they come tumbling down. So please don't do this. Please, Aaron. Please don't do this. You've fought and struggled and had financial stress for so long. Don't add to it. Hang on the line. I'm going to send you a copy of the Total Money Makeover as my gift to help you with this going forward. Courtney in Massachusetts, we're doing the commission portion of our family meeting last night. My daughter decided to put lots of money in her carnival envelope for the upcoming carnival. She quickly followed with, "But no games. You waste your money at the games." I had to laugh a little bit because I had my own Careless at the Carnival experience when I was young. Thanks for a great product from Courtney. One of the junior books that is teenage, or for little kids rather, Financial Peace Junior, is called Careless at the Carnival. Actually happened to a Ramsey kid. We gave them enough rope to hang themselves. They went and decided they had to play the game. And you don't win those games. They were basically rigged, And so they had to have the big stuffed dog or whatever. And, $35 later still hadn't put enough water in the clown's mouth or whatever had to happen, to get a $2 stuffed dog. But it's good. It's good to learn some pain while at home so that it doesn't become $35,000 when you're 32 years old. So, Careless at the Carnival, one of the kids' books. We got a whole series of them for teaching little kids principles about money, staying out of debt, about integrity, about spending, and that's the spending one, is Careless at the Carnival. Spending wisely. Yeah, good stuff. Wow. No land contracts. No borrowing money from families. Getting rid of car debt. All in one call. That was a very instructive call from Aaron. Thanks, Aaron. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.